Yeah, I did review the stills, and they all all those between Jonathan and Kelly. However, the ones that are covered is what the issue here, but the stills itself are all Jonathan and Kelly.
Do they look like him? I couldn't.
So
I didn't think
I couldn't personally tell, but what I'm assuming that the vendor is talking about, because they're the ones that obviously confirm our device violations, is that due to the camera being covered in multiple instances, that they're thinking that, you know, that's either due to them just covering the camera, but most of the time it's due to somebody else blowing into the device, and that's why it's being covered. The camera.
Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. I'm now modifying his bond conditions to put a scram on his ankle. I can't trust him to do what it's going to do, so I'll give him 2 days to get the scram on. He's got to come get it, but I can't trust him.
Just for, the sake of my client, he did have a scram device at one point. There were no violations of the scram, and the scram caused some type of injury to his leg because of the swelling of his ankles. So
he's covering the camera. I should revoke his bond right now because he's not even here.
Understand?
I'm tired of the drama. I'm tired of it. It's one thing after the other. He's covering the camera, which he shouldn't be doing, and he knows damn well he's not supposed to be covering the camera. I mean, there's a complete thumbprint all over the camera. I've repeatedly told him to come here. How on earth do I know that he's stuck there? I mean, what proof do I have? Did you go to his house?
Yes, I did. I literally, like I told the court yesterday, I would go and pick him up. When I went there,
okay,
he was in no condition to leave.
What does that mean? He was in no condition to leave?
He had one of those porta potties in his room because he just can't leave his business. He had one of those urinals, and he was just in bad condition. He was real bad condition.
I guess not bad enough to consume alcohol though, because he's testing positive.
After the surgery,
there's no excuse. I don't care if you're having this, that. No alcohol means no alcohol, and having surgery doesn't justify it though. So I'm modifying his conditions now. He's got 2 days to get the scram on. If he doesn't get it on in 2 days, then I'm going to have another hearing, and we'll see whether his bond gets revoked or not. But I'm going to tell you now, I'm up to here with the excuses, and I'm up to here with everything. No, I'm letting him know now.
Shh. Now, let's go meet this lying prick that is trying his luck with a judge.
Jonathan Kelly.
I'm here.
My God, look at how staged this room is. This clown is classic.
I find your behavior while you are on bond in this court unacceptable. You have repeatedly violated the conditions of this court, trying to use illness as a method of consuming alcohol. I cannot trust you to use the camera because you are not doing it as ordered. So I'm now ordering you to come and get a scram device on your ankle. And I'm going to tell you now, there's absolutely no tolerance. The next time you test positive for any kind of alcohol, any kind of substance that you're not supposed to be using, I'm going to put you in jail. And I don't care if counsel is up here crying, pleading, begging, this, that. It makes absolutely no difference to me. But using illness to be able to consume is unacceptable. And I'm not going to tolerate it any longer. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm modifying the conditions. You must have the scram within the next 2 days. If you fail to have it, I'm going to revoke your bond. We will continue with court settings on the 13th. No more waived appearances. So he must appear here on that setting, and we will go forward. How old is this case?
This case is back from...
It's 88 days. Yeah. So I would suggest that we probably get moving on it, because if he does need treatment, prolonging the case is delaying the inevitable. Right, and I don't want to do that. If Mr. Kelly needs treatment, then I think that we need to get him moving on it. But when I find someone that continues to violate, that tells me a lot. So, okay, Mr. Kelly, you now are apprised of what your conditions are. No more violations. 3 strikes, you're out. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Thank you, sir.
Mr. Brown, who's on here on behalf of Federal National Mortgage Association. Mr. Brown, Ms. Milner, is my understanding that this was heard in magistrate court and this is a request for appeal. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor. This is a petition for review from a dispossessory judgment. She was a tenant at sufferance post foreclosure.
Okay. All right. So Ms. Milner, tell me what's going on.
Judge, well, this is a case of land rights, tribal law, and treaties.
No, ma'am. No.
And I would just like to
I
say
have
that
no-
I'm a tribal member,
No, ma'am.
part of the Cash Box Trust Tribe,
No, ma'am.
governments,
No, ma'am. We're not doing that.
and American Indian landowner.
No, ma'am. So we're not doing all that. So this is a simple eviction. So you can tell me how much was owed, how much you paid, whether there's anything to that allowed you to stay in the property, or whether there's money owed to you. I don't do the whole trust, tribe, all of that, because that's not what we do.
Well, that's what this is in regards to.
Well, then, ma'am, that's not what we're doing here. I would either have to transfer you to a tribal court, which I don't know of one exists for you, or for superior court, because this involves a foreclosure. Essentially, he bought the house through a foreclosure. You were a tenant in the house at the time, or you owned the house and he bought it under the foreclosure. And then it was whether you get to stay in the house and pay rent, or whether you're going to be evicted. Am I clear, Mr. Brown?
Yes, Your Honor. And
Because I don't deal with I went to law school for 3 years, have practiced law for over 30 years, have been a judge for over 12 years. I don't do the trust stuff because that's some arcane, esoteric stuff that you all believe that we don't follow here in the judicial system.
I understand. Well, I would also like to say that I'm not here to handle any of my private affairs in the public.
Okay, so I'm not sure what that means. You asked for the appeal.
Yes, and as I was stating, I'm a tribal member, part of the Cash Trust Tribe, also an Indian American landowner. So this case is in regards to trust and tribal land.
So the property, the foreclosure is on a house on tribal land.
Correct.
Which tribe?
I'm sorry?
Which tribe?
Just the Ebony Union tribe.
No, sir. I don't know of that tribe, ma'am. So we either do
Yes,
this.
and all the documentation had been put on file as well.
I got all that, but here's the thing. So I'm gonna explain one more. Here's the thing. Like I said, I've explained to you that if somebody purchases a home through foreclosure, then the people who were owners of the home or buying the home have 2 options. They can leave, or they can be treated as tenants in the home. And in this case, it appears that Mr. Brown's client sought to evict you, and now you are asking for a review of that. So in my role in this court, I can go through the case as if it was never heard in magistrate court. But what I will tell you is I'm going to ask very specific questions. I'm going to follow the law under the state of Georgia with respect to landlord tenant. And if you're not able to provide me that information, then I'm going to determine that you're not able to prosecute the case in the way that it needs to be, and I'll dismiss it for want of prosecution.
Well, again, American tribal landowner, so
Okay.
those laws
No,
that you
ma'am.
may speak of don't
No.
apply to me.
No. Well, then, okay, I'm going to dismiss your appeal for want of prosecution. The court does not have jurisdiction over American tribal land, nor is there a designation of this property being a tribal land. So at this point, the court is going to dismiss this for want of prosecution. Thank you.